Hi, Taurus. This is Jess with your March 5th weekly general read. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Taurus. Did I say Taurus? I meant Taurus, but I'm almost sure I said Taurus. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Taurus. I forgot to tell you guys that in April, but happy birthday to my April and May born Tauruses, guys. Happy birthday. So let's get into your reading. And you're impatient, and I get it. You don't feel like things are going the way that you want them to go. Not everything. There may be something in particular that isn't going your way. You could be dealing with a manipulator. So that's an issue too, I do see here. For some of you, the biggest issue I see is in love. And we'll get there in a minute. So now let's get the business out of the way. Those of you who are employed, Tauruses, you're balanced. You're good. Some of you are just patiently waiting because you may be making some move and transitioning of some sort with this job, going someplace else. Others of you, if you're staying where you are, this can be a pleasant time at work. Some of you are just letting go and letting God. You're not going to let anyone get the best of you at work. You're just taking it in and you're leaving it up to the powers that be, right? And that's not a bad thing. Others of you that are unemployed, you're also kind of getting out of your head about the situation, but you are kind of confused. You may have a lot of options, job options that is, but a lot of them you don't want. Are you the problem, Taurus? Are you being stubborn again? Some of you may be stubborn again, and it may be really difficult to please you because you know what you want, but getting what you want seems to be difficult. I just said this to Aries. Getting what you want may be very difficult at this time, and you're not planning to concede. You don't want to sacrifice. Hell, you feel like I'm too good for that. I have too much to offer. So it is a bit of a daunting task trying to find the right place to go because the tried and true just isn't working anymore. You've got to shake it up, Taurus. You've got to do something different. Uranus is here, especially now that it's in your sun sign. You're going to have some shakeups. Not seeing it so much right now. I see a little rumble before the jungle, but it looks like there's going to be some shakeups. You got to kind of make some changes and reinvent yourself is what it looks like. Those of you who are self-employed, well, what happened? Some of you are trying to, now you have to be careful, especially if some of you have business partners. Pay attention to your business partners because they're trying to get away with your money. There may not be much money left because there's been some money wasted or stolen. For some of you, you're losing money and you're saying, let me get the hell out of here before it gets worse. So I do see having to stop the bleeding, if that makes sense, if you run your own business. Let me know in the comment section below if some of you are having some issues with that. And it could be because you've had a partnership. This may even be a marriage turn business partners turn nightmare, that type of thing. But I do see having to rectify a situation in a very strategic sort of way and trying to find every avenue, every door you can open to save yourself is what it looks like to me. So I'm interested if any of that, I'm interested in seeing if anyone can relate to that part there. Feeling financially strapped. For some of you, you just may feel stunted by another person that you have in your life. It could be monetary, that the money is just not making sense and they're dragging you down, or the energy together is really starting to become problematic. It's not as bad as it used to be. And if any of you have had problems with addiction, it looks like you're going to get a hold of it. Shit, it may not even be time to be worried about drinking or otherwise. There's some other things that you really have to focus on at this point. It's like, no, that's not going to help. I need a clear head for what I need to take care of. The days coming up, I see you still being in a very unsatisfied place, feeling as though, again, and you may feel like, some of you may feel like you're doing everything that you can to make someone comfortable and happy, to no avail, right? Others of you, it may be you and people feeling like it's nothing that they could do to make you happy, and you're in a funk. Some of you need to kind of realize, and I think that you will realize by the end of this week, going into next week, you're going to realize what it is that makes you feel so bad or makes you feel kind of down. But the downness isn't communicating that to others. People see you as being angry. dissatisfied, moody, up and down energy, that sort of thing. And that may scare people away. Some of you even may feel by the weekend lonely. There's no one calling you, reaching out. You could have lost a mom, my condolences. And so this weekend could be quite heavy. And I do feel that people will delay reaching out to you, but you will hear from some people. So there will be this reestablishing the emotional connection with others after feeling down. I just get down and out, and some of you Taurus men may be dealing with that from your significant other, or you could be going through it yourself because you've lost your mom, that sort of thing. I kind of get that. It's like you guys are in a funk. You know why you're in a funk, but you're not 100% dealing with the funk. You're just in it. And then people are interpreting it. Maybe they know, so they know, okay, this is why, or I don't know, and why are they acting this way? I'm going to stay away from you type of thing. But you are definitely in a funk, and I'm sorry to see that, lovelies. Let's get into love. Singles. Well, I'll say this. Be careful. Be careful now, because you got love coming in. If it isn't here already, you got somebody coming in that seems to be great in real life, great on paper. If they're bad on paper, meaning that you're broke and you can tell the potential and they're working towards. You can see that they have other things to compensate where they may fall short. So, and you may not be the type of person that need all that. What you need, put it this way, what you're needing in a person, you have found it in this person. They come and it's karmic. But are you ready? Are you ready for this person? Because I feel for some of you, you may turn on this person and get turned off, like I was saying before, this up and down energy, and you haven't really dealt with your vices and your challenges in life, your own personality challenges, to be healthy enough for a relationship. So you may turn, you may flake out, that sort of thing. It's not typical of a Taurus, but hey, I mean, Uranus is in town, right? Others of you might experience that with a person. Yeah, singles. You can have someone and it's glorious and it's fine, it's great. There may be distance between the two of you, but this person has a lot that you have to offer. But then there will be this stop and start type of thing, which again, some of you are just going to have to adjust to that, because with Uranus in your sun sign, you are going to meet people and even come across unstable. Okay, your money could be great. You may have 1 million houses, but your personality is unstable. Something about you may be unstable. Okay, and you can also see that in your person. And so you could be an unstable mess together, a beautiful mess of instability that promotes individuality, which is what you're working through with this Uranus in your sun sign. So that's kind of what I see for some of you singles out there. Ladies in particular, though, Taurus single ladies, I see love. You might as well give it a go. You ain't going nowhere. You're stuck on someone. Some of you have to stay, and you've had to stay where you are. Like you were planning to move, now you're stuck there, and then you met someone, or you might meet someone, and this is going to be a strong connection that you both are mutually feeling. The problem is, again, it will not be the traditional tried and true Taurus relationship. It's not. It's going to be redefined. Ladies, are you up for it? Time will tell. Men, Taurus single men. Well, I feel for some of you. You are starting to kind of pick up the pieces from a relationship of past that was unstable and really didn't go to distance, and you want that now. You just probably don't know how to get it because you're very picky, men. You're very, very picky. You may feel like, I have so much to offer this woman, I just have everything that she could ever want, but you don't. You don't. There's some things that you also need to admit that, you know what, I need to grow up in this area. I need to, establish myself in this way, because everything is not about money and, retirement fund and savings accounts and homes. It's more other things you're needing to work on is your own internal characteristics, right? And so some of you Taurus men are needing to work on that, because women, you have them if you want them. They're there. You know that. You don't want any of them. And some of you may even stop being sexual with these people because that's just how turned off. I think it's very temporary though, but that's how turned off you may become. Like you want something that not just speaks to your loins, but that speaks to your soul. You want a happily ever after with someone, and you're just not happy with who you see and who you have as an option. So I think for some of you Taurus single men, you're going to be on a hunt for the right one. And I do feel that by Cancer season, you just might get it. Couples, Taurus couples, what the hell is going on here? The love seems to be lost. It seems to be lost. You're angry. They're pissed. There's been fighting going on here. Hurtful words exchanged. Some of you have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius. Leo, I heard Taurus. So Leo, another Taurus, Sagittarius or Aries. Of course, this person can be any sign, but Leo energy is here very prominent. But again, it could be any sign. Just the person is giving off a lot of strong, masculine, whether female or not, energy. Okay. Very action-orientated person. This person is pissed. Some of you are pissed. You're both pissed. And you're in this hopeless place with one another. And although it's not as bad as it was, you'll look back and say, well, last week, the other day, it's gotten a little better, but you're nowhere near out of the woods. You're not. What's unfortunate here is that this is about money. Okay, fine. You may be going your own way, right? A divorce is coming up, breakups, all these things. But the issue with the two of you, the first group, because it's like two groups I'm saying here. The first group is money, and these are the groups that's heading to divorce. And the thing is, neither one of you want to concede. No one wants to throw in the towel and say, you know what? I'll bend. I'll give in. Because I still love you. Because I honestly feel like neither one of you 100% want this to end. Not 100%. You're not 100% there of saying, screw it, I'm completely done. I don't even love you anymore. There's still love here, but there's a more ego than there ever could be an expression of love. So there's where the issue is happening and where you can't seem to get over the problems. This weekend, though, is going to be kind of difficult, especially for those of you who are a mother in this dynamic, because, it may be where the person ignores you and as pettiness could ensue at this time, and then the two of you, I see you just giving your backs to each other, completely giving your backs to each other. This man is trying to take, as he feels, the high road. He's trying to really think deep and hard about what he did and can it be fixed, and does he even want the situation, and so is she's thinking the same thing. But right now, the last thing you want to do is talk to each other, at least about that, because I think you both are looking at each other like, no, you've done more of the wreckage. Like, you're more of the problem than I am. It's up to you to make a move. And they're like, no, it's up to you to make a move. I made a move the last time. So there's that. There's war between the two of you. As quiet as the war may be going on. For some of you, it's no verbal lashing out or nothing, but it's a war. It's an internal war. It's an external war. But there's a lot of war going on right now between the two of you. And so it looks like there's going to be some form of opening, at least one of you. There may be even someone who is going to try to initiate and instigate a reunion, a coming together, or it could be a suggestion to go talk to someone and maybe even get help. So if you're interested in the extended read to this, you can find that in the description box below, along with all the details that we go over in this extended read. You could also find the 2021 Taurus yearly reading along with the link to my website. Otherwise, if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.